Howdy, my name is Carlo, and I'll be doing my ICC case study for Sport Management 337. So, on March 24th of 2018, during the third test match between Australia and South Africa, Australian cricketer Cameron Bancroft was caught on television at the cricket ground tampering with the cricket ball and was seen successfully hiding the object within his pants. At the end of the day's play, Bancroft and his team captain, Steve Smith, attended a press conference. Bancroft admitted to the ball tampering, claiming to have used a short length of a yellow adhesive tape to which dirt and grit had attached, and he had used it to sand down the ball in order to tamper with it. However, after an investigation by Cricket Australia, the national governing body for cricket in Australia, Bancroft admitted to have using sandpaper. Furthermore, his captain, Steve Smith, admitted to having known of the plan to the ball tamper in advance, but said that he would not be standing down as captain of the team. Bancroft was charged with ball tampering and fined 75% of his match fee by the referee, and Smith was charged with conduct that is contrary to the spirit of game and fined 100% of his match fee by the ICC, otherwise known as the International Cricket Council. The following day, Cricket Australia apologized to the fans and confirmed that both Smith and David Warner, vice captain, had agreed to stand down from their roles for the remainder of the match, and 2 days later, Cricket Australia announced that Smith, Warner, and Bancroft had all been charged with bringing the game into disrepute or otherwise tampering with the effect of the game and the integrity of the game, and they were all suspended and sent home. Cricket Australia also satisfied that no other players or coaches were involved. It was just these three. Cricket Australia also found that Warner had been responsible for the plan to ball tamper and demonstrated to Bancroft how he was going to do it, and this has misled match officials in not voluntarily reporting his involvement with the ball tampering. The punishment was a 12-month ban from all international and domestic cricket, and not to be considered for any leadership positions in the future. Smith was found to have known of the ball tampering and failed to prevent it, and told Bancroft to conceal the sandpaper in his trousers so he could conceal the evidence, and made misleading statements to match officials and the public. His punishment was also a 12-month ban from international and domestic cricket and would not be considered for leadership roles. Although coach Darren Lehman was cleared of any wrongdoing or involvement, he resigned after the fourth test. And Cricket Australia also announced that there would be a full review of the culture conduct in Australia's national cricket teams. So some of the underlying interests between Cricket Australia and Australian Cricketers Association would be the integrity of the game, wanting to maintain that and let their fans know that all of the teams within their leagues are looking to uphold the best they can for their game and should give their fans the greatest they can. And with this ball tampering incident, it takes away from the fact that this game is supposed to be a worldly, high-class game. So that's something that both sides can mutually agree on. A communication technique that I think could be used to resolve the issue is leading questions. Leading questions are thought-provoking, and they allow you to focus on the task at hand. This compounded with putting negative thoughts aside and focusing on punishments and conduct when it regards to tampering with the ball. These are all communication tactics that can be used by the ICC and governing bodies to properly punish the Australian Cricket Association, as well as do a in-depth investigation. A form of negotiation I believe that would be most effective in this case study would be distributive bargaining. It is one where one side gains where the other side loses, and in this situation I believe the ICC needs to gain some kind of self-assurance that they know that the teams within their league are upholding the standard of their sport, and I believe that the Cricket Australia needs to lose because of their actions and involvement in tampering with the ball and hindering the the legacy and the class of the sport. Some barriers that need to be managed and resolved are the severity of the punishments. The severity of these punishments seem to have trumped some of them from the past for similar offenses. So there needs to be a common ground when dealing with these punishments and with these bans on these players. This I see can cause problems and arise some conflict within the compromising section. But these are just a few things that I see creating a problem for the ICC when dealing with this situation.